Every good fighting anime or series in general has one thing in common, kind of power systems. Alright? Some people love them, some people hate them, some people power scale for hours for some reason, and if you're like me, then you want to create one. So I've been working on a few little personal projects the last couple of months that I've yet to make videos about, but don't worry, they're coming. Basically, I'm creating my own story, making my own manga, and making my own game, developing my own game, right? And like I said at the start of the video, any good story that has fighting in it has a good power system. So boom, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna create my very own power system inspired by the anime and manga greats. So to kick things off at the base level, let's start with a name and I guess a symbol of sorts. Now the name of the system is going to be called the Rocky system. The power source itself in universe is called Rocky, like the energy source is called Rocky, so hence the Rocky system, okay? Now, most good power systems, I'm looking at you, Hunter x Hunter, usually have like a symbol or like icon or sigil of sorts to represent the power system and kind of like give like a brief idea of how it like connects to each other, if that makes sense. I'll be honest, I have yet to make one, well, as of recording this video, so hopefully, future me, if I end up making one before I finish this video, I'll plop it up here. I made that sound effect with my mouth, by the way. Okay, next, there's a few different questions I kind of wrote down to ask myself to help me kind of develop the power system. I gave myself 5 different questions to answer, right? 1, what kind of power system is it? 2, what is the source of the power? 3, how do people harness this power? 4, can the amount of Rocky in someone grow? So can the power system basically evolve in a person? And 5, how does it affect the world? So hopefully this little description I kind of cooked up will touch on all those questions and answer everything in one go. This is Rocky. Rocky is the core life force that is within all living beings. So if a being has Rocky within it, then they're alive. Everyone in this world is born with Rocky within them, whether it's a very small amount or an unbelievably large amount. However, not everyone is able to externally wield Rocky on their own. Example, if someone has a very minuscule amount of Rocky upon birth, then the most they can do is pour a tiny bit of that Rocky into a small weapon or small appliance or even an object. But if someone has a moderate to large amount of Rocky, that someone can then use it in a variety of ways. Some use the Rocky and pour it into and infuse it into weapons, making them uber strong weapons, and in some cases even giving their weapons pretty unique and cool attributes. Others, with Rocky that's more on the larger side, eventually awaken abilities and use their abilities to fight that way. Rocky is used in everyday life in this world, from small appliances to huge airships and even vehicles and weapons. In this world, Rocky is a way of life and a necessity to live. As people get older, their Rocky can slowly grow and evolve. As a person gets older, the Rocky grows very slowly with their age. Now, in some cases, in specialized cases, there are ways to train one's body to increase the amount of Rocky in reserve and overall Rocky in their body in general, but it really comes down to proficiency with their Rocky and their control, and as well as the available tools and such. It'll make sense later. I can't say too much without kind of spoiling the story I'm making. Okay, cool. With the basics out of the way, let's talk abilities. So, once somebody has a certain amount of Rocky within their body, they have the potential to undergo a Rocky awakening. But what the hell is a Rocky awakening? A Rocky awakening is simply when a person or being awakens their abilities. The ability Awakened is unique to the user because it's heavily influenced and based off of their psyche and mental state. The ability that's formed basically is an external representation of the person's mind. A Rocky Awakening occurs when two conditions are met. 1. The person has an intense feeling of determination or extreme desire. That intense emotion is the psychological trigger for a Rocky Awakening. So think like life or death moments when someone is about to die and they have unwavering determination to survive. Their ability will most likely awaken in that moment. The emotional trigger varies in cases from person to person though. One person might have awakened their abilities through intense anguish in a moment, or another through intense love, or another, again, with the intense desire to survive. And the second condition, the amount of Rocky in the person's body has reached or surpassed their Rocky threshold, giving them the potential to awaken in the first place. Think of it as like a cup. The cup is the person's body, and the liquid inside, whether it be water, juice, whatever, low alcohol, whatever you got in your system, is Rocky. Now, think of the halfway point of the cup as a Rocky threshold. Once you pour water into that cup, and it reaches that halfway point, the Rocky has officially hit the threshold, giving the person the ability to awaken. Now again, not everyone will awaken abilities because they still need that psychological trigger to awaken it. But yeah. But once those two conditions are met, the Rocky abilities are heavily influenced by a person's psyche. So the abilities that awaken are basically a reflection of how the person perceives themselves and the world around them. Kind of giving me some breathing room to make some cool abilities and make abilities that kind of match the person's look, if that makes sense as well. And it also makes it so just kind of viewing or seeing somebody's ability in action can kind of give you a little glimpse or insight to how they think. Alright, and that's it for our little crash course in the Rocky system. Hopefully you took some notes, hopefully you're studying, because there will be a test next time. But yeah. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Like, subscribe, all that cool stuff. If you have any cool suggestions, leave them down below. Any ways to improve the power system, leave them down below and I'll take a look at it. Okay, thanks. See ya.